Hello, Randy Dak, and welcome back for another video. This time we're continuing our grind in the Czech heavies, the new Czech heavy line, and we're now on the tier 9. Today we've got two replays for you. The first one is in Westfield, and the second video we will come to in due time. And I don't know if you watched my previous video where I had that real heartache moment. We go on to have another agonising game, but we will come to that. So stay with us. I'll see you in the second replay for that one, and we'll talk about that a bit more as it comes. But yeah, it's definitely worth staying around for if you want to watch me suffer. So right, the first replay, we're on Westfield. We're fully top package. We've got all the top guns on it, and unlike the tier 8, I actually definitely prefer running the double shotgun on this. It's got that real, just like the tier 8 premium version, it's got that devastating clip, that 440 per shot, so like 880 clip potential. It's really nice. Little bit derpy, just like the tier 8, so you do need to make sure you fully aim your shots. Otherwise it can be a little bit frustrating when you're missing your second shot. But apart from that, now the tank is top tier. We've got a lovely little shot on that patch as we approach. It's really good. It's got decent mobility for a heavy, very nice turret armour, and a really good clip. So all in all, I'm really enjoying this tank. Now it's fully packaged down, and this is the great situation for us here because we're on Westfield, but there's no fun police in the game. So we're really hoping we're going to get into a lovely little brawl up in these dunes here. Which is exactly what we want. It only has the 8 degrees of gun depression, and I have at times found like I just need that little bit extra degree of gun depression. I mean, it can't have everything, but that is just something I've found I have to adjust to. It feels like I need that. You play and you feel like you just want that extra degree of gun depression, which you don't have. But no, saying that, it's still got 8 degrees, so it is usable. Yeah, so at the moment we're just looking for shots. You know, we have taken a shot early, but we have got a nice bit of shot and damage in for ourselves. So it's not going too bad for the start. We're just assessing the situation, looking where's the best angle to get our shots in. This T10 is fully aimed. Sorry, it's full sent. You see there, I just reversed back and I didn't let that fully aim that shot. The second shot misses, and that is part of the parcel with this tank. You do need to sort of fully aim your shots if you're going to reliably hit them. That is something I've found. We've got this sort of heavy tank with us, which is nice. We're getting a real good brawl in. I don't want to overextend. I also want to be careful that Batchat's not going to put shots to my side by poking up in that ridge. So far he hasn't, because we've got guns behind sort of stopping that happening. This T77's got tracked. We've got a nice 2 shots in there, and that's so satisfying playing this tank when you get the clip in like that. And the reload, it doesn't really feel like you're out of the game that long. It's like 21 seconds or about that. So you kind of, you feel like you're in the game, and it's not like the tier 8. You really slap with your 2 shots with that 440 alpha. But we are getting into a situation where we're getting a little bit outgunned. Well, we've got guns behind us, but there is quite a lot in front of us, which is good, but I also need to be making sure I hit my shots, because our heavy tank in front of us, the 705, is now destroyed, and it's starting to leave me a little bit concerned that I'm going to get full send. So I really want to take tanks out of the game, and we get fortunate enough that we take out a Type 4 heavy, and that's a real plus, because obviously that's got a nasty gun. If it's using a derp, it's just going to slap me every time. Doesn't have to worry about penning. This Minuteman's moving around. I'm on a reload at the moment, so there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just making sure I don't get shot over the side. I think this Batchat's looking for shots in. He does, he gets one in. Well, we managed to get one in, and he also gets slapped by our guys covering us, taking out that threat, so we don't have to worry about that now, which is good. One less thing to worry about. I'm kind of trying to take out the tanks if I can, which are getting different angles on us. Like you can see, this Minuteman's pushed around now. I don't really want him there. I kind of want everything in front of me, because it makes it easier for me to deal with them. So I'm going to try and get my last shell into this, but I do get punished for that. But it's not a terrible trade, because it's put him on a 1-shot to our team now, which is what I wanted, because I do, well, he's not quite 1-shot, but we did take 440 alpha off him. I just don't want to have to worry about something in my side and my front, you see. I'm just trying to get rid of the angles where I can, because it's still pretty close at the moment. We've had to work quite hard for our damage, but we've also, you know, it's gone okay. We're taking out the main threats now, and that's lovely little ammo rack we get there. Real boosts our damage up and just quickly takes rid of a tank. And now he's dead, I don't have to worry about the Minuteman, don't have to worry about that guy, so there's nothing on my right hand side anymore. And this is sort of turning this game into a more winnable situation now, because it's almost like it's this last stages where it's clean up, and this is where you want to be. You don't want to be like slacking behind, or you're not going to get the last bit of damage. You've had a good game, but it'd be really nice to get a couple more clips in if possible, just to boost our damage up. We get one in there, doesn't have many hit points in, but we do pick up a kill. We're going to try and get one into the tier 8 Czech heavy tank, which we do. And now we're just waiting for our reload just to assess the situation a little bit. We've seen where the tanks are. I'm not going to sit there waiting for the whole reload to go in, because otherwise I'll just miss the opportunity for a bit of damage. So I'm going to have to push. Yes, I may get shot for it, but I've still got 800 hit points, and it's worth it, because now we're able to get shot into the tier 8. That's where the derpy shells come in. I do miss that one, which is unfortunate, but we do manage to pick up the kill. We've got this Oni. We're not going to be able to kill him before a reload goes off. He's clearly going to get killed, which he does by E100s. We're just looking for the last remaining tanks. We know the medium's up there. I suspect that TD could be in their base, which he is. He misses his shot, which is brilliant. We get very fortunate at setting on fire and then finish that game off with a nice result of damage. You know, we've got 7,300 damage, 525 resistance. We're going for this medium, but let's face it, I'm probably not going to get there. Would have been nice if we would have got the Devastator. But all in all, that's it for the first one. So all is left to get to the results screen. Then we can move on to the second replay, which, yeah, it's a really good game. So there you go, got the top gun, got 7,000 damage, we had 2,047 base XP. So normally that would be an ace tanker, but obviously the requirements are quite high at the moment, so it's only a first class. But nonetheless, we had a decent game. So yeah, that's enough of me rambling on, and I'll see you in a bit for the second replay. Okay, thank you for staying with us. So here we are at the second replay, and yeah, we're on Vineyards. There is 2 Thumplies, and we go on to have a good game, but you have to wait and see, and it ends in a little bit of a dramatic fashion, with a bit of a heartache again. But let's just sort of get on the replay. You have to watch the game to see why. So we're on Vineyards. I'm going to go to sort of the north end of the map, which I prefer to do from this spawn, but as you can see, I haven't got a lot of support here. Pretty much all my team, bar my artillery, this one sort of heavy tank coming with me, have gone the other way. So I'm a little bit concerned, thinking, this is going to put me in an awkward situation, but I'm still going to do it anyway, because, well, I just don't really like going the other side from that spawn. It gets in sort of campy position. From the other side I do, because you can get nice up inside their ridge. It's really good, you can get some resistance damage. From that side it's just a bit campy and a bit boring for my play style. So I'm going to move up to this sort of ridge, even though I'm a little bit concerned that I'm by myself, apart from this tier 8 which is coming with me, and the Fun Police for a bit of cover. So I didn't want to poke up high straight away, because there was 2 Fun Police in the game, so I didn't want to be the first person spotted and lose my hit points, because I've got a feeling I may need them. So normally I sort of wait here at the start and to see if anything pokes up, which they tend to. You normally get a couple of TDs or some sniper heavies which you're able to get shots in, but that doesn't seem to have happened. They've actually got across undetected and taken the longer route, and I need to turn now and try and support my one tank which is with me, this tier 8 heavy tank. I don't want him to just be killed. He's taking a lot of punishment here, and I need to try and help him out. We go for a shot into the Tiger P. Unfortunately that bounces, that's why it is a little bit derpy, which is a shame. That's lost me, not only has it lost me 440 alpha, but also we're in it got 3 versus 2 sort of situation, and every shot counts like that. I don't know what's happening, I don't know what this Eagle 7 is thinking, but yeah, you be the judge of that, I guess. But he's sort of full sent over. It's allowed me to kill the Tiger P. I've ignored him at the moment because he's got bigger problems, and I'm just trying to make sure we stop this tier 9 heavy. I want to put some shots into him if I can, to weaken him up a little bit, because I was kind of thinking the Eagle 7 which was going to die. It looks like he has, unfortunately I've taken out our tier 8 tank. I don't know if the light tank's going to be able to take him out or not. I've got a shot into the tier 9 heavy, sort of evening up our hit points. I do have the Fun Police covering me at the moment, that is something I'm bearing in mind. I'm kind of waiting for this Eagle 7 because I kind of judged by his play style before when he full sent me that he may make a mistake. He has done that and I've got a shot into him and finished him off. I'm now getting full set by this heavy tank. I'm going to try and side scrape to block a shot if I can, which I do, which is a real result. At this point I don't really know if he's using the single shotgun or the double shotgun. But thankfully that artillery shot him, which is now put him a potential 2-shot, but that's a really high roll. But we do get 2 shots into him, putting him on a 1-shot now. Now we're going to kill him. It's just about trying to, if we can, not take another shot of damage. Unfortunately we do. It is possible for me to ram this guy, so I'm kind of trying to ram him, see if we can, or if I can get a shot in before I reload, whatever comes quickest. We do ram him, we take him out, and we have sort of won this side, which is good. So I'm sort of staying in cover for just while I lose my spot, to see if we, I don't want to get slapped by that Fun Police. But our team on the other side have not really done too well. Considering our whole team went that way, they haven't really won it. And that's probably why I don't like to sit on the other side with the heavies, because you could just get, especially when there's 2 Fun Police in the game, it's easy shots for the Fun Police and all the stuff sort of sniping, covering it, can get shots into it. It's not as good that side from this spawn. But I am going to push over and see if I can light up the tanks which would be shooting them, and see if we can get any shots into them. Because we sort of won this side, and it'd be nice to see if I want to try and help them out. If I can light the tanks up which are spotting them, which I just did. You see this Conway which would have been fully farming those guys. We get 2 nice shots into him, putting us up to just under 4k. We kind of don't really need to be moving anywhere else at the moment because the shots are still there, and I suspect they're still going to be there by the time I reload. It's just whether they get unspotted. So I'm sort of sitting around. Unfortunately this Swedish heavy gets too close and spots us. I didn't know he was there. So I'm now going to move because I don't want to get slapped by the Fun Police and ruin the game for me. I'm going to try and lose my spot, come back, see if I can get a slightly different angle, and see if we can get any shots into this Swedish heavy tank. We get a nice fortunate shot in there, wasn't fully aimed. We try and get a second shot into him for his engine deck. We don't pull that one off, but you know, we do get one into him. We're going to go on a reload again, and now it's just seeing if we can get any more shots into the things sort of camping at the back of their base, which would be shooting our team, because we're slowly, you know, losing the other side, even though, like I say, most of our team went there, really. So I'm going to try and do all I can to help him out. We've got this M103, we can see if we can get 2 shots into him. We do, that's important because he's now a clickable target for us. He's got sort of 600 hit points left, so we know as long as we hit both our shots, we can take him out. So that's just important to remember. But we are a couple of tanks down now, so I was sort of in 2 minds. Do I fully push over to help our team immediately, but knowing that there's still a Conway and stuff on the hill, I don't want to get shot from behind, and also I don't want to get shot by the artillery. So I'm going to see if we can spot the Fun Police and take them out, so it's one less thing to worry about. I'm trying to be a little bit cautious, just because I don't know how much is looking at me. We're now in a 3 versus 7, so this has gone from, you know, even though I feel like I've put out a lot of fight, you know, I haven't really done a lot wrong. We are in a very losable situation. Nonetheless, I'm going to just fight to the very end, because you never know. You can always turn these games around. I kill these 2 artilleries, you know, you just never know. So we're going to try and get this guy. We've lost a spot, so he doesn't know exactly where we're coming from. I don't want to hang around though. Very fortunate that shot comes in. We then spot the other artillery, so we know where he is. We're keeping the shot in the chamber in the hope that we can kill that Fun Police. before he gets a chance to get away, because I don't want him to get away and then have to be getting shot by him, because I'm clearly going to be in an awkward situation. I'm in a 2 versus 6 now, so it's not looking brilliant for the win, but never say never. So we're going to look for a shot at this goal. He just managed to find a spot, praying he doesn't shoot me. We do shut him down, putting us into a 2 versus 5. This M103 is now pushing us. He is clippable target for us, but he does have a Conway backing him up. So the dream scenario would have been for the M103 to full send me, because if he came lower down here, I could kill him with not worrying about getting shot by the Conway. But now it's like, I need to kill him. And I can't. I'm going to have to take risks, because I'm scared that other tanks are coming back for me. You know, as soon as they like group up, obviously being the 2-shot autoloader I am, I'm not going to be able to take him out. I spotted the Conway and he is a 1-shot. He's just backed up, which is going to give me enough time to try and finish off this M103. Now he's shot at me. Got to make sure we pen these shots, which we do. We finish him off, putting us into a 2 versus 4. So suddenly this has changed to a winnable scenario. The only concern is me getting capped out. We need to try and start heading towards the base, but I also want to finish off, if possible, that Conway on the way, knowing that he's a 1-shot, and it would just make my life so much easier. So that's why I've aimed my gun that way, just in case we do spot him. I'm going to poke this ridge, because now they've got out the cap, it's leaving me a little bit of time, and we've got an opportunity to shut this Conway down. We missed the first shot, we're praying the second one goes in. It does. It's now a 2 versus 3, and they're not in the cap, so I do have time to get back. So that is where I'm going to start heading, basically. I was looking to go over this way, but now I'm thinking, you know what, the best thing for me to do is go straight down the train tracks, because I suspect that they may go and hide in the cap. I just got that feeling that they're going to try and cap out rather than fight. So I need to get back. You know, I've got 2 shots. One is in the cap already, and we just got to try and get a shot in. I suspect the other 2 are going to follow, but we need to try and get that reset in. We don't know what hit points these guys are on. And, I'm praying that they're all 1-shots at this scenario, but we just don't know. We should be able to comfortably make it there to get the resets in. So I'm thinking, if I can just make sure I shoot the different targets, don't dump your 2 shots into the same tank, you need to reset multiple. So we go for our first shot. We're hoping this one was in the cap the longest. He wasn't. I can't shoot him again because I know I have no chance of winning. So we're going to go for the second one. But he also, I was just very unlucky that he wasn't the one in the cap at the very beginning. And now you can see how frustrating it is. If you look at my reload, look at the time on the clock, it's not possible for me to win. I didn't do anything wrong. I shot 2 different tanks. I just got unlucky, but I got the one. I didn't have the one that had the most hit points, which was tier 9 in front of me. And that is gutting, because I was having a really good game. And had I had just a little bit more time, had I shot that tier 9 tank first, I would have won that game, and I probably would have got another pools medal. But as it stood, I needed 1 more second again. All what I needed was 1 more second. We did get the ace tanker because we picked up that epic medal. We got the Radleys, we got the artillery medal, the Top Gun, the Devastator, etc., high caliber. But it's just gutting. I just needed a second more, and that game was won, and we get a pools medal. But you know, it is what it is. You can't win them all. Great game nonetheless. Another heartache. But yeah, hope you enjoyed watching these. And as always, thank you for your support. Happy tanking.
Enemy in sight. Hadouken!